What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the Unfiltered Empire. You're back here with your host, Melo. I got my esteemed guest with me, Barron. How you doing today, my guy?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for asking, bro.
We're back here with another late night special again, just to drop some knowledge, drop some gems, talk about what's going on in the world, and have a conversation. At the end of the day, just have a conversation, incite people to think and change whatever you're doing right now to get better in your life. So, I always want to start the day off with how's your week been, how's things flowing, how's your mind going, how's your mental been, how you feel about the times we're in right now.
Shit, for real, my week been going pretty smooth, bro. I can't complain. Work Monday through Friday, working out after work or in the middle of work, training, play basketball, of course, what route we trying to go at.
Yeah.
And just trying to stay mentally balanced, trying to stay mentally sane and continue to grow, continue to expand knowledge. So just, I want to thank God. I want to thank my people. I want to thank my brothers, such as Melo. The biggest Melo, not the smallest.
Come on.
You feel me? So yeah, but how about y'all? How was your week?
Man, it's been a good week as well. I was talking about it in the last episode with Jai. Kind of felt overstimulated a little bit this week. I felt like I have goals in mind. I have timestamps of when I want those goals done, but I might wake up in the morning and feel like I'm not as close as getting to that goal as I need to be.
Right.
So there'll be times in this week where I just felt like I needed to take a step back, relax a little bit, be grateful for the moment we're in right now. But I've been realistically, it's been a great week. I also worked out. I've been working out more this week. I got in the gym a couple more days than I did last time. I've been more toned in on my app. I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get like you with it. So it's like
righteous.
Trying to go hard, Been hooping a little bit, rolling my ankle left and right. Weird, very weird. But other than that, it's been a beautiful week. A beautiful week of just observing my mind, observing my thoughts, observing where's my discipline at right now. And I feel like this is the end of a month coming up, at the end of the quarter, the first quarter ended last month with the first 3 months of the year. So this is like the first month into the second quarter of the year. How am I preparing myself for this quarter and to see how I can get farther? Just, get more motion.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
That ties, it ties into, now we can go into the history a little bit of learning how to move in the year with how the cycle of the year moves. We are in spring now, so with it being spring, you're going to feel more energetic but rushed in a way. Summertime is when you're seeing everything move, emotions there. Springtime is a lot of building up to what they're building out of the summertime. So this is when you start seeing all the plants bloom. It stops snowing all over the place. It starts getting warm again. Everyone's energy's back up. Everyone's outside again. It's a little bit more peaceful because now there's sun. There's vitamin C you're pulling from. We just came out of winter.
Right.
Winter was a down season where you stay in the crib kind of and build and just kind of put things into motion. Now you're putting your motion into the ground to blossom into the summer. So I've been just kind of looking back on what am I doing these past years in this time frame of my life. What have I been doing last year this springtime? What was I trying to grow? Yeah. And then if I was trying to grow something, how did it go? Where did it get? And what did I do? That's why I'm taking this time. That's why I'm talking about history. Because, it's good to reflect back on what you're doing and not what you think you may be doing in the future, but what have I done before in the past during this time frame with the energy that I'm receiving now, with also knowing that this is a solar cycle 25. So there's more energy hitting the earth this year from the sun than there was last year or the years prior. So it's there's more energy going towards what you're building. Hence why I felt overstimulated, because I'm I know the history of, this is a year on earth, there's so much energy, I need to be building quicker. When I'm realizing, bro, you're building just the way you need to build. It's just that it's playing itself out the way it needs to play itself out. It's not going to be a one-hit wonder right there.
Righteous.
What's your thoughts on that? Yeah, I kind of just broke down.
That real though. Springtime, like you say, time of elevation, time to get to it.
Yeah.
Springtime, So that is the energy I feel like it brings, New paradigm shift. Really, when the spring hit, that's really the new year. You know what I'm saying? Because you're changing from one season to the next. You can't say the new year is in the middle of the winter season when you are already was in the winter season in December. You know what I'm saying? So,
and other cultures.
Do your research. Hence, do not just take our word for just anything.
No, because we do our research. Like that's a big thing as well about it. Talking about research, I did want to talk about ChatGPT a little bit and talk about how we're in that era where we remember the Renaissance, when the American people. I might be a little bit off with my reference here because I'm not as knowledgeable in this section that I want to be yet. But this is so far what I know, so I'm going to just talk about what I know. And from my research, the culture of the American culture came from the Western culture of living, the Europeans. Mm-hmm. The Americans here were excited to go find the information that the Europeans and the Western culture brought here for them to run their civilization off of and run everything the way they need to build their system. So we're kind of in a renaissance now of black people having the knowledge and the access to information they never had before. Mm-hmm. We remember back then in the day, I can attest to this, like there was no ChatGPT, there was no AI. You want to learn something, you need to go to the library. And if you're going to the library, you need to sit there and read the book for a long period of time, or you find an OG or an ancestor that knows the history from being alive back then. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, I can get the history of anything I want on my phone, on my PC, on my iPad. It's so accessible to us. It's in our fingertips. That's why it's a renaissance if we allow it to be. Because a lot of people aren't taking advantage of information. We're in a very like they want to distract us as much as they can so you don't take advantage of what's out here for you. Okay. Because I'm going to talk about a prompt for AI when you are, for someone watching this that wants to now, you know, I want to start looking up history. I want to learn more about what happened, and I don't want it to be the American colonized way of what happened. I want to know the real history, and real history doesn't just mean American way, because there's history of people that were in different cultures, different Mexico, South America. They looked like us, we're us with different names, like a Jose or something. So you might hear a Jose or something, or a name like that. You would think it's just a Hispanic person, when that person's DNA is African American. It's a black man. When you prompt your ChatGPT and when you prompt your large language model, ask for unfiltered, unbiased information. So the questions you need to tell, the statements you need to tell your prompt when you're prompting this large language model to start learning history with AI is, first, you want to tell it not to limit information to just the American perspective on things or just the American English as well. You also want to tell it to include sources, histories, and name from across Africa, the Caribbean, South America, Europe, Asia, and ancient civilizations as well. So you're not just looking for one batch of knowledge, you're looking for actual, well, it is a batch, I would say one batch.
ETF.
Yeah, an ETF.
You feel me? This a little vocab change. You know.
Come on.
And do your research on ETF. That probably it was a advanced word.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know what the ETF is.
Nevertheless.
QQQ.
Nevertheless.
Do not assume names must sound African or sound black. Focus on giving root histories and original sources where possible. And also always approach a topic with a goal of decolonizing the information. That is removing Western bias or oversimplifications when explaining black history. That's crucial when you ask a large language model about your history, because if you don't tell it how you want to know and how you want to learn something, it's going to give you the Western colonization way of living. And that's not what you need right now in this time that we're living in. Because when you learn about the history, when you learn about what's going on in the world and what's actually happened before, that's your game plan, that's your plan on how to move now. Because if our ancestors tried it, they didn't have this information. They didn't have everything we had now. And we now are in a whole different world of information. And we have an overpopulated information bubble, if that makes sense. Like, we have too much information now. Nowadays, you got people like Kanye coming out and telling the world he's gay. And telling the world what he did when he was younger. You don't need to know that.
Pause. What happened?
Oh yeah, Kanye's last song. I didn't listen to it because I just don't want to hear that. But he said in the song that he sucked his I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Who?
His uncle or his cousin.
Oh, like on some trauma based stuff.
No, like just he was gay when he was younger. He said it in the song.
You're not gay no more.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
He's deliverant.
I don't. Kanye West is not Kanye West no more.
He's deliverant.
He's crashed out to the max.
He like women.
I don't know if
women. But now, shout out Kanye, bro. Really,
I can't shout him out no more. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I mess with him. He's so good, but he's off my top 5 now.
True. Well, my bro is and the product of the culture is giving up on Kanye.
I'm in the check just a little bit because I wouldn't say the culture's giving up on Kanye. Kanye is showing the culture who he is now. Because look at everything he's been doing, from the tweets that he's been doing. He could be controlled, he could be getting blackmailed. It's very possible that there's been deep secrets on him that the higher power knows, and now this is just him unblackmailing himself or putting it out so they don't do it.
I didn't think of that's a timeline right there in itself.
Over time, think about how big he is.
They like Kanye, bro. We go
Yeah,
put that out there. You know, do what we tell you to do.
Look how he's crashing out now. Look at all the crates. He brought his woman with him naked.
I mean, I kind of
which I understand.
I'm about to say I kind of seen that more than once.
I have to, but by him,
yeah,
he's the only one doing things like that. And it's not where that's a problem or it's unorthodox. But then you look at the things he's doing on top of that. It's someone showing you who they are over time by their actions. In my perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go pluses and minuses.
Okay.
You feel me? I feel like Kanye have done so much impactful stuff.
He has.
For the culture, and then outside just the culture, the world. You know what I'm saying? Why stop? Question mark.
Why stop?
I do agree with, you know what I'm saying, you and everybody else that Kanye definitely should keep a lot of that shadow work stuff to himself.
For sure.
You feel me? Because a lot of
we're humans.
Right. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people, such as myself, go through things and exert our shadow self to the world when we're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? We'll get out of control. You know. So, but what I don't want people to do is try to.
What do you think lets the person get out of control? What do you think incites that person to get out of control?
I would say lack of discipline, or something rocks you, like an earthquake. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be at equilibrium. Like right now, we at equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rocking, but some cause happened that the earth just starts shaking. You feel me? I feel like with people, something had happened to cause them to get off that rucker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then they got people who know how to get back to equilibrium real quick. You know, they got people, and I feel like he's one of those people. He would never got that successful if he wasn't. But I feel like as you grow, as you get, you know what I'm saying, and also as people attacking you, and also too, bro, I can damn near go on different paradigms.
And we going on in there.
Like as you grow, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the trials may get harder. It may get harder to get back to equilibrium. We may not know the backlash that he receiving.
That is very true. Death threats, different. You're going after big people. You're going after communities of people. So you are inciting for them to now rebuttal back at you.
Right.
And that is hard to manage as a human being. Thousands and millions of people are hating you now.
Right.
But what makes you do the action now that makes them hate you? Like, I feel like there has to be some type of self-control, because you've shown the world you've had self-control before. You've shown the world that you know how to make beautiful music and change the culture. So you've shown you've had intelligence. You've shown that you've made clothing brand, you've made designs, you've made things that change brands. You are most likely one of the biggest icons for black people for real. Not when it comes to civil rights and like movements, but actually a culture movement for the young generation and the middle, even the older generation. Like they grew up on Kanye too. So for you to go this road now and do all of this now, that's me saying you're showing me you're just at that crash out level.
Right.
You're at that level now where you're in so deep, there's only one other thing left to do. And I don't even want to talk about that one because I don't wish it on no one ever in this world.
True.
But because look at the actions. The actions speak louder than everything else. He's now almost banned from everything. You're banning yourself from almost every platform. You've lost damn near majority of your fan base. Right. So then there's no comeback because now you dropped a song that's going to wipe out the rest of them, other than some. But now you have no route to come back. That means you have no route to go impact people on a higher level. Right. You're saying things now that come out where it's like, oh yeah, the Jews do this, or these people aren't, which we need to know. But at the same time, there's a way of portraying that to people. You can portray them and educate them, but now you're portraying that to them and then going rogue right back then and doing the same shit we shouldn't be doing in the first place. Like you coming on a song talking about you did what to somebody. Come on, bro. We don't need to know that.
Censor, desensitize your stuff, especially when you got a platform, especially if you as powerful as or influential. That would be the word. You still powerful out. You know, we shout out that song. You know what I'm saying? Don't you got a song called Power or something like that?
Yeah. Kanye does have a song called Power. He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I say to say like when you as influential as you know what I'm saying, you can't just do certain things. You can't say certain things. You feel me? Because it's the backlash you go have. People go have an opinion because they look towards you or they look towards you to guide them to goodness or to grace.
Yeah, it's like Michelle Obama said something the other day. She was on a podcast. She was on an episode with a lady. And she was talking about like what she would like to do when somebody, I think Barack would want to watch something and she'd want to go watch Housewives or something. I didn't watch any of it, but I just heard someone talking about it. And I bring it to people's attention here too, because at the same time it's like she has a huge fan base behind her from her husband's success of becoming a president, and then now which brought you to be the first lady. Now a lot of black people look up to you. You instantly now are a culture shifter for black people. So for me, I'm looking at that and I hear that and I hear her saying that she'd rather go watch the Housewives. I'm like, well, most black people don't need to be watching that no more because that's not normal. Right. That chaos, that arguing all the time, that bickering, that having beef and having toxicity isn't normal. Like, that's not how we should be living. That's not what we're doing is normal. We're coming on here, breaking education, talking about how to power yourself, how to do better. We're not coming out here telling you how to get hoes and all these other things that don't matter in the world right now that we're living in. Right. So now I look at that as another image of a higher powered black person from what they built up and what they've done, empowering and showing the people what they don't need to see.
Truth, bro.
It's like the Shannon Sharp situation. He got messing with the white lady. Everyone keeps telling him, you gotta be careful, bro. And nowadays it doesn't even surprise me because it is a rinse and repeat process. A white person gets a black man that's got a lot of money, some type of assault, some type of case. Now there's a lawsuit. They're gonna milk him for his money. It happened, just a different man. A different man, different time, but it keeps happening over. That's a sign that we're not learning something. The people out there are either we're not pushing enough education on us to realize, hey, stop messing with these type of people when you have this type of money, and stop doing these things you don't need to be doing in the first place when you're already so successful, so high of a level. Because we keep doing the same shit over now. Like that's a disgrace to see him now. I think he was about to hit $100 million from his shows, bro. The dude is legendary. Facts. But then we hear this about you.
Facts, though.
And look how it's getting pushed in the media. It's every headline, everywhere you go, everything you look at. What are they talking about? Him. And social media is an OnlyFans girl. Like we decentralized. We've named it like, what's the word? We decentered ourselves at this point. We're coming to that point where the social media is going to be decentered completely, where people have their OnlyFans link in their bio. That shit's normal now. Right. Like, when did that become normal? When was it normal to sell your body? I know we're making money. I know it's really popular, but look at the things we're normalizing. We're normalizing the things that don't need to be normal. And then now we're having a new generation of kids, the YNs. We're YGs, young gods. I'm not a YN. I'm a YG. I'll never be a YN.
Come on.
But it gets to that point now, you're raising that whole culture now on topics and norms that are not normal. Like what, I was going to talk about this as well, Future that dropped the song with Young Thug, Money on Money. So I personally like the song. The song is not bad. It's a song that's going to get the guys hyped because it has that hook in there where AP, the girl having AP and she belongs to the street. They put it's great artwork, I ain't gonna lie, because they did what they had to do to make Young Thug back on top again. He dropped the song with Future, which is the OG of the game. Him and Future have those things where Future play girls all the time. She ain't for me, she for the streets. And then they put that hook in there in the middle and they flipped the whole song over to Future. Like some people just listening to get hype. I'm listening to see what they're producing and what they're pushing out to the people.
That third album.
Yeah, you feel me?
See what's underneath the darkness.
Come on, cause
bring light to the darkness. That's all.
We need to, like that Sinners movie. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I've heard it's such a good movie. I'm telling you a story and breaking down how you should. There's a lot of gems in there that people won't even catch, and it's just like that song. Like Thug was on a RICO charge for almost a long time, especially for the people that live out here in Atlanta. They know, especially he the heart of the city for them. In my perspective, you're on a RICO case, you get charged like this. Now your name is everywhere. Gunna just got put in the mix with you and everything. And I mess with Gunna as well. I don't mess with him personally, but I like his music. And you come out now and you're free again, and this is a song you drop. Like you dropped the song before other than this. I'm not saying you can't, but this is gonna be the biggest song he dropped since he came out of jail. For real. This is gonna be the biggest, I can tell. And the image of the music is not what the people need to be hearing right now. The times we're in right now, we didn't need this song. Because this song is only going to influence more of the YNs, more of the younger generation, because people don't listen to it now to just listen. They're getting influenced by what they listen to. So most people now go outside, like females, for example, they listen to Glow, they listen to Megan, they feel like that baddie now. They feel like that next level girl. They go outside, they move with a different aura because the music's empowered them. It's the same thing with us. We listen to this type of music. What's Future talking about? Taking this, taking back this. What's Thug talking about?
Right.
I'm gonna go get him from whatever. Like I understand that's the moral and the code. Like we all got that street version to us, but we're pushing out things like this. We don't need more of that. Right. We don't need more of telling us to go drill somebody because they snitched or something. Or I just effed her and then I don't even know her name.
I don't even know her name.
Right. Another young dude's gonna listen to that and now go do it and go tell his friends, yeah, you remember when Young Thug said this song? Yeah, I just did the same thing, bro.
It just crashed. I want to speak about Young Thug. So upon Young Thug in his situation, so we definitely didn't need that for the culture. We really don't need a lot of this form of music from the culture. We need the music, but we don't need this form of music.
Yeah, we definitely need the music.
What this form of music is enticing the negativity within your soul. You know what I'm saying? It's making you think that being aggressive, being mean, or being a thug, shooting, killing is good. None of that's good. They're like the worst things in the world. Because
that's
like,
normal now.
Yeah, it's like some of the like legit worst things to do on earth, to the Father, to the Creator. Like that's why in the Bible, in this book, or in several books and texts, thou shalt not kill, and if you do, you're supposed to be put to death. That's what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep it is. You feel me? So, but upon Young Thug, I feel like he needs this. He needs this big drop.
He does.
He needs this attraction again to his platforms, the numbers, to you know what I'm saying, to rig the system.
I feel like you can get it
to rig the system.
I feel like you can get it in another way.
I mean,
he's so powerful.
I mean, but that's his job.
You said rig the system.
If we talking career based, you know what I'm saying, that's his job. You know what I'm saying.
Now let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Is his job to be an artist? Is his job to be a rapper?
Well,
An artist, in my perspective, would be like if I make music and I was rapping and drill music. It's perfectly fine. But now I'm so well at being an artist at this point in my career. I'm so versatile. I'm gonna do the same thing on another topic.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying that, because like I think he could got his name out the same way about switching it up now and showing the culture to flip. Like, bro, like yeah, we can flip this like this. Because I agree it could still happen, but then I just look at what actions are you showing me if that happening.
True.
You just dropped this song.
True.
Now you're gonna want to go get another banger. Because it's gonna blow up.
Nah, for real. So just look at the positive like this. Say he catch this video, see our platform, and it changed his mind state, and that's what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people not probably thinking like that. He probably thinking like, ooh, I need to take care of my family. I need to take care of myself.
Which will happen.
I need to add value to. I need to add value to myself and to my organization again. And I only know Well, I won't say he only knows to do it one way, but he probably going with the strongest way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with you, of course. You know what I'm saying, but also devil's advocate. You know what I mean?
Looking this yin and yang. There's two sides to it.
And if you can, I'll probably remind you, put like a little footnote right here: the law of cause and effect. And going into that, like
I love that in here.
The law of cause and effect. Like everybody go through it, and this is almost like when people say, "Don't look at the person, look at the sin."
Yeah.
You feel me? That person probably sinned or stole that item from the store because he or she don't have anything to eat at home.
That's their way of surviving.
He or she has been hungry, have nothing. Mom trying to go work and get some food, but you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that law. Like, cause I don't have nothing to eat, I'm finna possibly do something that can change my life and the trajectory of my life and the people around me. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough situation. And I was watching the Great Debaters. They were talking about moral law. Like when is it cool or when is it okay to kill somebody because of something that they did? You know, it's tough. It's a tough situation because that person did break the law and should be punished for it. But should that person die? Should that person, it depends on the type of punishment, because now you gotta look at that cause. Why did that person do that? You feel what I'm saying? So why Young Thug doing what he doing? He doing what he doing because he trying to get back prominent.
The money is so good when you make a banger. They reward you. They're gonna reward you tenfold when you make something like this for the streets. Right. They're not gonna reward you tenfold when you're gonna make something positive. We would have got rewarded by now.
Right.
Because it's like, what 21, 22, 23, 24-year-olds are really talking about this? Right. Most people our age, like I was saying last week, they've already quit on life. It's sad. Like, they've already just been content. They're content with, okay, I know how this is gonna be. I know what my future looks like. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do, pay my bills, be able to go out and have fun when I need to. But I don't really care about learning real history. I don't really care. I don't really care about getting better anymore. I just care about making this money, make sure I can survive and take care of either my kid around me, the girl I'm with, or anything like that. So for us to come out here and be talking about history, talking about how to change our mind, how to change our brain when it comes to self-critical thinking and how to discipline yourself, because we're also working on it. I'm working on my discipline. I have so many things I gotta work on being disciplined about. But it's like, this is an accountability partner. This is really what it is, because I'm holding myself accountable from coming here and being vulnerable with you and letting you know, like, yeah, I have a lot of things that I need to work on. I'm trying to be more disciplined at nighttime when it comes to going to bed on time, doing different things, getting off my phone, like indulging in different negative activities, because no one's perfect. We all have that
vices.
Yeah, we all have the vices in us that's gonna shift from here to there. We're gonna want more, but then we're gonna mess up. We're gonna want to be at that next level, but we're gonna mess up. But then it's like, that's life. That's completely life, bro.
Life university.
And no one knows what someone else is going through unless you know them for real. So it's like, speaking on these rappers, speaking on them, I can only say it from my perspective. I don't know what none of them are going through.
And mental health break.
Yeah.
No one knows what you're going through unless you speak on it.
Yes.
I was one of those individuals. My brother probably can attest. I didn't like speaking on things that I was going through because I felt like other people couldn't help me with those things. I needed to figure them out myself. That's not true. You feel me? You never know.
You never know.
And I've tested it. I started speaking out things off the humbug, speaking to my people around me, and all of a sudden they have a solution. They have some way of helping. You feel what I'm saying? So mental health break, speak to people you trust, and sometimes even speak to strangers, because they got some advice for you, bro.
And always speak to God. He got the best advice at all times. That's who you start with first if you're uncomfortable going to other people. It's okay if you're uncomfortable going to other people. It's okay if you're uncomfortable to get out of your shell. But there's one person you know on the road that will never judge you, and that's God. Start with him. Start with talking to him every day. and start being vulnerable with him and asking for help, because what you won't realize is you're gonna naturally start feeling more comfortable to go outside, and help's gonna seek you. And then that's just God working his way for you to make whatever you gotta have happen in your life happen. So that's a profound statement, because that is so true. You won't ever get help, or you won't feel clarity if you're never speaking on what's actually bothering you. Because sometimes we think we can figure this all out ourselves and we don't need nobody. We can just, man, they don't understand what I'm going through. They don't have to, well, let me not say they don't have to fully understand. By you breaking it down to them, you give them an understanding of what you're going through. And with certain people, talking to the right person, actually by giving them the right understanding, can help them help you with their resources that you never knew they had. But you're only gonna know about that when you give them understanding of what you're going through. We're not in the time to be sitting on pondering on our flaws, on our missteps, on our mess ups, on anything not toward towards growth. Right. This is not the time for us to be just hoping that one day someone comes and helps, and hoping that one day things get better for you. And it really boils down to vulnerability. I've been realizing that, because I can attest to what he just said a while ago. Once I started opening up a little bit more, because I don't open up to people at all. There's a lot of people that know me really well. They've been around me and they don't know nothing really about me. They don't know what I'm doing. They don't know where I'm at. They know nothing. And I want it to be like that. But there is some people that I have become more comfortable with as I get older, and I'm just talking to them more about what's actually really going on. And before, in my mind, I just was like, nah, I can't have that. I don't want people knowing what's going on for real. They can't really help me. I'm gonna get judged. And I realized, you're pushing away the most help you can get if you think like that. Because since I started speaking out and talking to more people and talking to the right people, that's the biggest part. You don't want to sit here and talk to people that aren't gonna listen to you for real and just want to hear what you're saying. They're just gonna hear you, agree with you, and move on. That's not who you're trying to sit here and talk to all day long. You're trying to sit here and talk to people that's really wanting to get an understanding with you. Because I do want to go into this a little bit of the art of communication, and the art of actually understanding what someone else is saying to you. When someone is explaining something, you just say, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah," and then you're on the phone with someone. Because I've encountered this too many times, and that's why I stopped talking to so many people. You're on the phone with someone and you're using your phone while they're talking to you. Right. If you're using your phone while they're talking to you, your brain cannot multitask. No matter how smart you think you are, I can think I'm smart as hell, and my brain's not going to be able to multitask the way I want it to. It's impossible.
If you think human beings are supposed to multitask,
you're out of your mind.
Go research.
The brain can't 100% focus on two things.
That's why you that feeling that you feel, that strain in your head. You're straining yourself, Miss Lady and Sir.
Your mind's somewhere else. And then how are you going to respond back to me when your mind was somewhere else? Mm-hmm. You're going to just give me a voided answer to just get the conversation on, or just prolong the conversation. So that's why I'm talking about the art of communicating. Because it's disrespectful at the end of the day. We have to value each other's time. I feel like nowadays a lot of people don't even value people's time. Right. And that's also another sign of disrespect. We're walking around praising ourselves without checking ourselves. And check yourself is the most important part to it.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Because you're going to wreck yourself in the long run. That's why it's people that think about the right now, and there's people that think about the future. The people that think about the right now wreck themselves a couple years down the road because they had no plan. The people that think about the future plan for whatever wreck could happen in the future, because there is going to be a wreck at some point in time in your life.
Crash. 2008.
I'm telling you.
Damn near 2025, 2026.
And 2020 COVID bubble.
Don't quote me on it.
Oh, we're definitely going into a recession.
Positivity.
You gotta push it every time. Because you gotta know what's going on in the world. A lot of people don't even know we're going into a recession. A lot of people don't even know the stock market dropped 25% the other month. Last 2 weeks.
Righteous.
People don't know that. And people are like, well, I don't need to worry about the stock market. But you're putting your money in the stock market. You're buying the stuff in the market. You're consuming gas. You're consuming clothes. And you're not even consuming these from your own people. You're consuming from the big boy companies. That's the stock market.
You are on the board, Miss Lady and Sir.
Yeah.
No matter if you think you're not, you are on the board.
You order from Amazon Prime, you're part of the stock market because you're making Amazon stock go up because they're making more money.
Yes, sir.
So I'm tired of people saying, well, I don't need to focus. Yes, you do. You need to focus on the market. You need to focus on the law of the universe.
Pay attention to the news.
And not the fake news.
No fake news.
The real news.
And the real news is what we're talking about, the stocks.
Yeah. And you can do your research. Like, when I say fake news, I'm really saying CNN, Fox, ABC, that's all fake news. Because you have to look where the money's going. Who funds that company? Whoever funds that company projects the agenda of that company. And you can't go against the agenda because they'll just stop funding you. So, always keep in mind, look where the money is coming from. That tells you who's owning the real knowledge and the content behind what you're seeing. For us, no one sponsors us. No one paying for all of the things we're doing. No one paid for nothing here, except for the people here working and making this happen. So it's like, I don't have to cater to nobody. I can say what I need to say. I can say what I want to say because I'm not going to get deplatformed by someone that's sponsoring me.
Righteous.
That's why I can give people the real news about the history of what's going on in the world. I can talk about black people because there's no white person or another civilization of people controlling this page. It's just black people controlling the page, talking about black people. That's why, kind of going a little bit on this, like that's why I created a network. I didn't create just a podcast. A network can feature different shows. This is a show. This is the episode of a show. There's going to be multiple different shows. There's going to be interactive shows where we're interacting with the people out in the nature with the people. That's going to be a show. There's going to be different products that we drop. That's going to be all linked to the brand and the network. It's all about building your own ecosystem. Because nowadays, these people don't have their own ecosystem. They're sponsored and paid by the betting, all the people that's betting. Everyone has a DraftKings sponsor. Everyone has a FanDuel sponsor. Everyone has a Hennessy sponsor. The things that we don't need in the culture. No one's sponsoring the local guy over there making fruit juice. No one's sponsoring the guy on the side with the sea moss. I'm gonna sponsor them. I'm gonna sponsor my own fruit juice company. Like, you feel me? Like, build your own ecosystem. And if you don't want to build your own ecosystem, go to someone that is building one like us and help and support. Like the videos, comment on the videos, subscribe, like do things to help someone else grow. You're already helping Amazon grow when you go buy from Amazon. You're already helping all these other companies grow when you go buy their clothes. And then China now telling you how fake this shit is. They're making it over there for so much cheaper. So you're getting robbed for what you're buying here, but you can't support someone that's giving you knowledge for free.
All because of what you think is going on. All because what you think that other people gonna think about you.
When you do something different.
Once you elevate your mind state and elevate your surroundings and elevate your spirit and start to realize all that is vanity, you're gonna continue to run down the cycle. You're gonna continue to not have money. You're gonna continue to not have savings in your bank account because you pushing to go get the Louis Vuitton. Or you going to get the Louis Vuitton belt, the Louis Vuitton bag, everything got to match. And also, bro, cause my brother, he corrected me too today. He was like, yo, sometimes having that mindset would cold your brain to live a sort of like, I would call it a mediocre life. Or not a mediocre life, the life that you think about living is the life that you want to live. So if you code your brain, meaning keep telling yourself like, yo, I'ma just stick to the basics, you damn near will stick to the basics. So what I'm saying is, if you don't have it like that, don't buy it like that. If you do have it like that, and you want your life to be like that, do that. Do what you want to do. But I'm speaking to the people who think that stuff is gonna make you cool. It may make you look cool. It may make you feel cool because you think you look cool and other people think you look cool, but are you really cool? You ain't really cool until you dealt with the internal side of yourself and start to love yourself for real. You really cool. Now at that point, you don't even care about being cool. You just care about being you. You just care about,
that's all that matters.
You feel me? You just care about being healthy and being able to breathe and being able to run efficiently. Be able to, you know what I'm saying, do things in life efficiently. that's what you know what I'm saying, reach that amount of respect for yourself. You feel me? So,
and that's facts, because I talk about that, and I can be vulnerable and attest to that. I'm wearing a Supreme shirt. So this shirt, Supreme, the brand, bigger hype beast brand.
Hey, that bit loud too though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even peeping with Supreme. Stuff like that be like my type vibe. Like you don't know.
Oh yeah, cause it's low key.
Yeah, you don't know it's lit,
it's low key,
but it's lit. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But it goes back to when I had purchased this shirt, I was also buying like off-white shoes.
Right.
And I was in that phase of my life thinking that what I buy is what values me. So that's why I was buying more expensive clothes. That's why I was going towards getting more expensive things, being in the higher name brands and wearing those. But none of that means nothing. Like, it only loopholes you back into the same cycle, like we were just saying a while ago. In my perspective, it's a sign of not knowing true self.
Righteous.
Because now you're giving an image to everybody else. You want them to know of you instead of just being you. Like me nowadays, I don't care what no one thinks about what I'm wearing or what's going on. I know I'm content with it. I'm presenting myself to be presentable and presenting myself to be me. And someone might look at me and see something they might not like, or they might put a projection on me of something that they feel like, oh yeah, this dude, you can see by this, he's a nigga, or he don't got no sense, he don't got no education, but then you know what's under the cover.
Right.
Because like I'm not gonna give off of I'm rich and then I'll be broke in the background where I don't have nothing. I'm not gonna give off of I'm that guy when in reality all my friends don't value me at all. No one really values what I'm saying to them at all. Like I'm not gonna think I'm that man if I'm around a bunch of yes men. Because those yes men gonna make me think I'm that man, but reality gonna show you something way different.
Righteous.
Reality never gonna lie to you. If you're a clown, you are gonna be a clown in reality. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come out at some point in time in your life where it's gonna just humble you.
Righteous.
And people, it's getting to that time getting humbled. The clown shit you're doing, the weird things you're doing now, it's like it's showing tenfold. More people are seeing it because now you're doing it around the wrong people that have consciousness. And people that have consciousness expose the unconscious people.
Right.
And the unconscious people hate getting exposed because they feel like they're the ones with the conscious. So it breaks down a long list of, I would say, breaks down a long list of dysfunction. I did want to throw in this topic too as well, about Shedeur Sanders.
Oh yeah.
I noticed, I don't even know if he got drafted today. And this is like third or fourth round today. This is a example of no one's bigger than the program. This is the higher power showing you their power without you being able to know who's really doing it. Because this is someone that dad is a Hall of Famer, is successful, talked very freely on what he wants and how he wants it to be done. Because he's a powerful black man, you can't really take that away from him. He's already proved it to you in so many different ways. And now you're using him as an image to the other people. Like, hey, if y'all keep trying to do this, and y'all keep trying to go your own route and come think y'all gonna control things for us, we're gonna show you something. That's exactly what they're doing to him. It's messed up, but we also have to look, because remember, solar cycle 25, this is the year where a lot of things are happening that are tragic at one end, but also empowering on the other end at a faster scale. This is a sign that exposes a lot of things that people should wake up on. This should change something. It shouldn't just go, it happened to him. No, this should make a shift. Right here is where a shift should happen. We're seeing the disrespect in front of us, in front of our faces. What are we gonna do about that? Are we gonna continue to just keep going along and make these people have the power? Or are we gonna come together now and finally do something? Because now is a perfect time to do it. We have the perfect example. A person that was damn near the top 3 pick in the draft is damn near undrafted. It's better than majority of the quarterbacks that got chosen over him, just off stats. I'm not saying this because I like him, and I don't even watch college football like that, but I do know his stats are pretty good.
The crazy thing, we talking about stats. We know, bro, a good ball player, great ball player. He come from prime time himself, but he's also a great influencer. Eyes
are coming to you wherever he goes.
Right. So to know that and to see that y'all blackballing him on that level, to know that this man would possibly guaranteed to bring y'all more money to y'all franchise, to y'all businesses, to to your whole organization, and y'all still was like on some stuff like, yo, let me set an example. Let me show these visuals that we are in charge, and we got the last word, you know, and to alchemize this for my people, for my sovereigns, for my people who are on the other side of that. And y'all probably ain't gonna like me for this, and a lot of people don't like me for some of the stuff that I say because it be real life. Melo, you might have some concerns with this, but this isn't our system. We didn't create this. We built it. You know, we was the builders of it, but we didn't set the blueprint up. You know what I'm saying?
What system? The NFL system? Or
NFL system.
Or America?
America. The 13,
oh yeah, this isn't their system.
The 13 colonies was created by these individuals, by these families, and they created it for them and their people. So say for instance in Africa or in Egypt, you know what I'm saying, those systems was built by our ancestry. They
Let
was
me
built
ask you
by,
this though. I wouldn't even ask you this, but it is low-key our system. Okay. Because think about what you just said. They built the 13 colonies for them. Mm-hmm. Where do you think they got the idea to build those colonies?
Yeah, it's
from us.
Yeah.
But they seen us doing how powerful it was.
Right.
So it's not the way the system ran now.
That's another topic for another
sure.
day. You know what I'm saying? You feel we
for sure. Because
a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people what most people know is what America taught. Christopher Columbus came over here and did his little 1-2s. And boom, boom.
Little do
you know the truth.
Oh yeah, he didn't even. Christopher Columbus didn't even find North America.
Right.
He was all the way near South America.
Right. So I said to say is like they built this system to benefit them. They built this system for them to grow. So for example, say if you had a business, you create a business, and your business is scaling up, you profitable. You marketing, but you want the business to be created in your image. Yeah. You want the business to be created around you, around your people, to drive your people up.
It's
you
America.
Know what I'm saying? Christ. They changed all Christ's imagery to the white man. You know what I'm saying? And going off topic again for another conversation. But all Christ's murals and depictions of him was never white man, never Roman. You know what I'm saying? Do your
look
research.
At history of the world.
Do your research.
How they've been white.
So I said to say is for us minorities, we have to develop our own systems. You know what I'm saying? And we have the power and
right now for sure
the freedom through law to do it within their system. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're doing right now. YouTube, we didn't create YouTube.
Right. So we just need to develop our own. The Black Panthers have done it one time. The Black Muslims, you know what I'm saying? There's organizations that's doing it, but we have to do it on a more grand scale.
We have to copy, rinse, and repeat in our own way now.
You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't be looking towards these individuals who created a system, and have shown us time after time that they don't want to share, they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be equal, they want to be dominant. We can't keep on coming to them like, yo, why y'all keep fucking messing over us? And we keep telling y'all to stop messing over us. No. Next thing, you know, like I know, you're going to tell somebody about your boundaries first. And if they continue to keep on stepping over your boundaries, they must be destroyed. Anything and everything that enters my cipher or harmony must be destroyed. It's karmic law. Not karmic, cosmic law. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to be irritated. No one wants to be aggravated, bro. And we need to stop asking for these things and start creating our own things within our community. So
it's like what we're doing.
That's what I feel about the Shador situation. Like, y'all shouldn't be shocked if if an individual keep on bullying you and you ain't do nothing about it.
You think gonna happen? You think he'll stop bullying you out of nowhere? He actually gonna believe that bullying is the way it needs to be now.
Righteous.
I need to bully them all the time to prove my point.
Righteous.
What's the best way to tame a slave? You beat him.
Righteous. So we dealing with people who are, and I'm gonna give them the credit because, you know, truth is truth. Visual is, you know what I'm saying. If y'all didn't know, bro, the devil was an angel, meaning the devil was created in an image of being a immense warrior, an immense powerful warrior. The devil has real powers, real knowledge, very powerful. You know what I'm saying? So you must discern yourself when going into certain things. Is just watch your surroundings.
And watch what's going on in the media. Watch what they're pushing out to you. Think about digital IDs. They're talking about now when you go to the airport, digital IDs are going to be a thing where your license is on your phone. You feel me? Like, I tell people, just be very careful with a lot of the things that are getting pushed out now into the media.
Right. Just
be careful with what you're reading. Be careful what you're seeing. Be careful what you're indulging in. Like, be careful on these drugs. A lot of these drugs are poisoning people. Be careful in this alcohol. Intoxicated. You're getting intoxicated with poisoning. If you drink too much, you die from alcohol poisoning. So be careful about poisoning your body. As human beings, we're the only species on Earth that are okay with just naturally poisoning ourselves. That's crazy, because if we're in a game and it tells you to take a poison, you wouldn't do it. But in real life, we're doing it.
Right.
So it's like, be very mindful, be very careful in the things you're indulging in, the food we're eating. They just passed a law, which is good. They're gonna get rid of the artificial dyes, the red 40s and stuff out of these candies and food, which is powerful, but it also opens your eyes. They're just now passing a law to do this in this 2025. And you've been eating it for years. Right. It's doing its damage on you. It's doing the damage on what it needs to do. So just be mindful, be careful. Because we can come out here and speak about all this, but I'd be a hypocrite to go eat some junk food and go drink soda and go online and go watch nonsense. I'd be hypocritical to be doing that. Right. And it's like, I'm saying that for a second because I'm not doing that. And I'm seeing how far I'm getting in this civilization and knowing that I'm not even better than anyone else, but knowledge is key. And the more knowledge I go out to go seek, the more I'm gonna find. And the more knowledge you go out to go seek, the more you're gonna find. You have to go seek knowledge. Knowledge isn't gonna just pop up in your arms one day and tell you the truth. No one is here to tell you the truth. The system was not built to keep you as a critical thinking human being. The system was built to keep you as a worker. They need you to produce the products and produce the labor so their systems can keep working. But when you find out how to build your own system, you realize that you don't have to go labor and slave yourself in a new era no more. You can do it as a build up in your backbone to getting started to do. Because I work a job. I'm not no better than the program right now. I'm still building a job. I'm still building out my income streams. So it's not like I'm saying that from a standpoint of someone that's a millionaire.
And we still doing it. We walking the path right now.
We doing it as we speak.
And it's gonna be so powerful once we get to where we supposed to get to, all of us. That's including you, that's including me and my brother.
Come on.
Because you seeing it. You seeing it from the ground up. Watch this.
And there ain't no faking either. Everything here is potent and true. Like, the main goal is to make you think. At the end of the day, when you finish watching this, you're thinking. After you liked it, after you subscribed, and after you commented something of your favorite part of this video, you're gonna think. I want you to pause this video and think. And another good hack for anybody is Google LM. Google LM is Notebook LM. That's Google's notebook feature. You put podcasts and stuff into that feature, and it'll break it down for you and give you notes on the podcast. And you can ask questions about the podcast. So someone might ask, well, how is he getting a lot of stuff? How do you retain this information while working a job, while trading the stock market, while breaking down these videos, while editing content? How does he even take time to learn? Because I'm gonna go find some of the information that I have a trusted source from, that I'm choosing as my source. Just like we go to school, they choose a source for us. I'm choosing my source now. And I'm gonna take that video, take the episode if I can't watch it in full, and get it broken down into notes for me. And then I'm gonna ask questions on the notes. So that's right there is a game right there. I gave you a prompt earlier about how to go get the history the real way. And now I'm giving you another way, Notebook LM, on how to break the notes down for you and make it shit faster. Because everything is about efficiency. Alright, we're about to wrap this up a little bit.
Hey, Unfiltered Empire, bro.
Come on, we keep it unfiltered, we keep it natural and authentic. This channel's gonna keep growing. This brain is gonna keep growing. You're gonna see a bunch of different things pop up. Look, we're in a whole different spot. We're always on the go. We're always on the road. We're always gonna get something done. We're gonna get something out here to empower you.
Yes, sir.
And that's the main goal, man. I appreciate this convo, bro.
Man, I love it.
We had a great conversation.
Bro.
Hey,
It's unfiltered, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all tap in more as time goes on. I know God is gonna put my brother in position, myself in position to, you know what I'm saying, get that platform, because this ain't just only to add value to our lives. It's to add value to our people's lives around us, because when we add value to our lives and everybody around us, we add value to the nation. You know, add positive energy to yourself and those that are around self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So keep that with you, and I hope that resonate with you.
peace, man. Peace to everybody. Blessings to everybody, man.
Peace.
Love.